Good morning, Successful Salon Team Training Room. How are you? I feel like it's been like about a week since I've broadcasted. I feel very sad. I've missed you all. I hope you're all okay, and I hope you had the most amazing weekend. I had a lush weekend. So apologies if any of you have messaged me, because there's about a stack of messages that I just haven't even got to yet. But I had a weekend with my two best friends who were due to get married, and we hired a house in Cambridge, a massive, great big 6-bedroom house with a swimming pool. And I promised Ellie no phones. So my apologies to anyone that has messaged. I haven't got back to anybody yet. It's literally, we got back quite late yesterday, and it's been full on getting things prepped ready for the week. So yeah, how are you? Drop me a little hello, say that you're here. I love to see who's around, and let me know how your weekend went. I hope it was really, really good. Good morning, everyone. So I touched on client journey a bit with Sarah Cox on Friday, and lots of messages, morning Vicky, lots of messages kept coming in about client journeys and how to even start with them, because they are a massive, massive thing. So I've thrown something together just to start splashing it out. I'm still in the swimming pool mode, splashing it out. Morning, Nikki. Hi, Nicole. To start unpacking what a client journey is, so that we can all start thinking about them. Now, salon owners will be thinking about the client journey as a complete salon. Stylists, I want you to think about salon journey as you, the stylist. Morning, Dolly. Hi, Nikki. So get really, really clear on what happens to a client from the minute they learn about you to the minute they become a raving fan, and how you can move them through that journey and how they feel. So I've pulled out a couple of I've pulled one of mine out that a really, really good friend of mine made for me. I work very, very closely with him. His name is Dean. He is an absolute whiz on sales funnels, and he made the sales funnel inside of my Instagram. We do a lot of sales funnel stuff together, and he broke down my client journey inside my business quite nicely. So I'm just going to let you have a little look at the back end of that, and talk to you about what a client journey really is. Now, the first thing you need to do before you do anything is understand what mediums you have to communicate with your clients. So just for instance, I've got my ideal Sue written up here. So she's always in the forefront of my mind. I've got my goal. So I'm looking for her to spend around £150 per visit on great hair. And then I've got customer at one end and rebooking down at the other. So the journey that she goes through from firstly becoming a customer to then rebooking is keeping relationships going with emails. So my email does 3 things. It's a sales email, it wakes up lapsed guests, and it keeps relationships going. That's its 3 targets. My Facebook page, my Instagram, my shop window, word of mouth, recommend a friend, my WhatsApp, strategy calls and conversions, onboarding process. There's lots and lots of things that happen inside my business to make this work. So I found a few on the internet that I would like to just show you, because I just think that they're really, really cool, just to give you an idea of how you can start to generate a great client journey. So this one's brilliant, and I started to convert the very first bit down for you. I don't know if I can make this any bigger, can I? No. Okay, so basically here is a customer journey map template. So the buy-in cycle goes in 4 stages. Acquire, so the days where you're acquiring the client, the days that you're nurturing the client, those 2 things happen before they even set foot in your salon. Then the conversion day, so you're moving her from somebody that knows about you to somebody who buys from you, and then the retainer days. So you have to think about the customer goals, the touch points you've got inside your business. What are their thoughts? how are they feeling? Are they happy, sad, or in neutral at that point? And then you can look at ideas to improve your business. So for instance, the acquire days, I've just written that down for a hair salon. So the goals of a client when you're in acquiring mode, so she's just learning about you here, her goal is looking for a new stylist that's going to listen and give a good haircut. So the touch points that you've got inside your business that she would be pulling on are online research. So she'll site visit Google, she'll site visit your website, she'll site visit your Facebook, and she'll site visiting your Instagram. Now, has any of those things been set up to acquire her as a client, or are they just great to look at? You know, my Instagram, you know, there's sales leads in there, there's a sales funnel in there to pull them in as a client. My website, when I was speaking to Sarah the other day, I've taken off my email list, my email sign up, because I wasn't happy with how that was working out and converting. So that's being rebuilt and put back on. So each and every touch point, I want to make sure that there's an absolutely the next step for her to carry on working or moving through my sales funnel to become a loyal client. You've then got a live chat. That's when she would have a phone call with you. A click on a retargeting ad, for instance. So if you were a client and you go on to my Facebook page, then I've got pixels set up, well, not my Facebook page, sorry, my website. I've got pixels set up in my website that the next time you go on Facebook, you will see my retargeting ads. So I know you've made a step. I know you know about me. You've already gone onto my website page, and now you are going to see a completely different ad to everyone else, because I'm now in step 2 of building a relationship with you. Does that make sense? And then they may have done the email sign up, which they wouldn't have done on my website because I've taken it down for a bit. At that point, you need to be thinking about what your customer thoughts are. So you're acquiring her. Her goal is looking for a new stylist that's going to actually listen and give her a good haircut. She's going to learn about you from either her online research, Google, website, Instagram, a live chat, a click on a retargeting ad, or an email sign up. Or there is another one, your shop window, word of mouth from somebody else. And then you want to really think about what is her thoughts? What is she trying to achieve at this point? So she's thinking, what stylists are available inside this salon? What is the competition offering? Is this company reputable? So you need to answer all of those questions for her in that first part. So whenever a new person visits your website, Facebook, Instagram, phones you, clicks on retargeting ads, word of mouth, email sign up, you need to be answering those 3 questions for her. What stylist available? What is the competition offering? And is this company reputable? So when I look at mine, I've got 2 massive improvements that I could use to really boost what I'm doing. I can relook at my Facebook retargeting ads and just tweak that, because it may be that she's seen that 3 or 4 times now, so it's good to keep that fresh, and finish off my email sign up and get that back over onto my website. So there's a whole list of things that we could be doing. What this one doesn't show you so much is the feeling of a client. So when she's in acquiring days, she's not going to be happy or sad. She's like a bit impartial. She just doesn't really care. She's trying to find a new salon. She's not going to be excited because it's actually quite a big and worrying step. Like, is this new salon going to do a good job, or are they going to completely mess my hair up? This is a big thing. This is a massive thing. So you need to think about how to move their state. And we do that by the colours that we use and the words that we use inside of our advertising and our marketing campaigns. So then we move over onto nurturing days. And this is where we are grooming them almost to become a client of ours. So what she wants out of this step is wanting to see evidence that you're as good as you say you are. So she's in stalking mode right now. So again, she's a bit impartial. She's like, wow, what have you got? are you as good as you say you are? I don't know. Let me figure this out. So this is where she'll be clicking on a welcome email. All right. So she'll have got an email from you if she's done the sign up on your website. She will visit your salon website pages as opposed to just the landing page that she goes on. She'll stalk about and have a look at the team. She'll have a look at price list if you have a price list on there. I don't. She'll be stalking you out a little bit. She'll be checking your social media more in depth, looking for customer reviews and feedback, which is why it's super, super important to have that on your Instagram and your Facebook. She's going to be reading your facts page. She's going to be checking out returns. We don't have returns, but if you do like returns on your products, or if you have a money back guarantee or something like that, she'll be checking that out, and she'll be asking more questions. She'll want to have a conversation with you, whether that is live at this point or the conversations on Instagram where she's like watching your lives, seeing how you interact with your team. That will be going through her mind. So her thoughts at this point is going to be, have you got any positive reviews? Is it too expensive for what I'm going to get? You know, is it a good price point? Do I really need this salon? Do I really need this haircut? Could I just have a cut instead of a cut and a colour just to test them out, see how they are, or maybe just a blow dry? Can I return if I don't like it? So she'll be looking for all of those things. And again, she's a bit impartial here. When we go into convert days, she's going to be that point converting into a customer. So her main thought process here is, which stylist do I want? Who do I want to visit? And she's going to be at this point booking an appointment, opening conversations with you in the salon. So making that phone call if she hasn't yet done that already, asking questions on the phone, talking to people that may have used you. She'll be, if she's anything like me at this point, she'll be seeing who else in her friend group follows you and ask if they've used you. So that's what I do. And again, if you do any returns, she'll be asking questions about that. So at this point, her thoughts is, how much am I paying for this? Is it too much or is it okay? Because very price conscious. Do I buy from another salon or do I buy from this salon? Is this process going to take too long to get me to the desired results, or are they pretty good at haircutting straight away? And if I invest, am I going to get a good experience? So what is my overall customer experience going to be like? Am I going to be happy? Are they going to meet me on time? Are they going to do a thorough consultation? Am I going to feel comfortable with these people? She'll be going through all of those thoughts and feelings. And at this point, she starts to get a little bit from impartial to the whole curly down mouth thing, because it's quite worrying for some people to come and visit. So we need to make sure, again, we are preempting all of these challenges that she may meet. Now, my mentor the other day, when I say I work hard, I bloody work hard. He made me he said, right, Jen, your homework for today is to go away and write 100 questions that your clients would ask you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously, I've got to write 100 questions. I've actually got to sit there and think of 100 questions that a client would ask me. Yep. Not 99, 100. And stamp that urgent. I want that done within 24 hours. And I was like, oh my God. But that process woke me up so much to what my clients really want to know, so that I can now answer those questions on Facebook, on Instagram, on my website, because I know what she's going to be asking me. And so the answers to those things, she doesn't need to ask the question, they're there for her. Does that make sense? So if you've got a spare hour, then stamp that urgent, write 100 questions, and then these steps are really, really easy. And then we go on to retaining her. So that's a little bit, I'm going to come off of this one now because this is more of a sales company, and have a look at what mine looks like inside of mine. Oh, actually, what's this one here? This is quite a good one. This is another way of mapping out a client journey. I really, really like this. And again, it does the same thing. It's a few more steps. So it makes you think about, whereas on here, you've got the acquire, nurture, convert, and retain days. This one's got awareness. So they are aware that you exist as a salon, as a business. Consideration, I'm considering whether I want to come in and visit you. Purchase, they've now bought. Retention, and then advocacy, so telling other people about you. This is good for mapping out what points you meet their needs in terms of what do you use to do that: email, text, phone call. So I have one of these inside of my business, and then I go super deep with this after we've done this, because this helps me map out the first part of it first. So awareness, PR, radio, TV, print, word of mouth, online ads, emails, PPCs. Then we're switching from awareness into consideration. Do I really want to? So then we're using reviews, our blog, our social media, our direct emails. And then we're moving into purchase. So whether you've got e-commerce on your website, I don't know, I don't, but you would possibly be starting a journey with them through that. They might just buy some shampoo from you first, see how that feels. Go onto your online store. Then they're going to really case out your website. We'll move to the community forum if you use that. Then you've got retention, so fact, knowledge, and your facts and your knowledge base. And again, these things can all be emails, text messages, online ads, social media, blogs. And then we break it down even further. Instagram, we've got live, we've got an IGTV, we've got a flat story, we've got a talking head story, we've got a post. Like, there's all these different mediums of getting to people and putting your message out there. Then we're going from retention into advocacy, where they're starting to tell other people about you. Promotions at this point. Your blog again comes back into play. Social network, newsletters, because you're giving them something to then talk about to their friends. You're helping them with the conversation. And for those of you that done Find Your Sue course, you'll really understand now the importance of that with the whole Waitrose scenario. It's so important. And we're looking at measuring and improving all the time. This is a living, breathing document. It never stops. Okay, it's something that you revisit at least every 3 months. And I am always tweaking it, because there's new social media comes out, or there's new tech that you can use to integrate things together. I might come up with a new idea that I want to put an extra step into my business, so then I need to redo it again. So there's all sorts of different things. But if I show you mine, mine's been broken down really, really cool by Dean, who works with me on it. Here's one of his actually that he's done. So this goes even deeper. This is how deep you can get with a sales funnel. So awareness, interest, consideration, evaluation, decision, purchase, repeat, loyalty, advocacy. And again, this one here shows you all the different things that you can be using: email marketing, website, special offer, reviews, YouTube, demos, comparison websites, key decision makers, sales techniques, payment options, prospect conversions, CRM kicks in, after sales service, loyalty programs, community development, endorsements, fans, evangelism marketing. Only Dean would know what the hell that means. I don't know. But to give you a little idea of how he's broken mine down for me, mine comes into 3 main categories that wrap around a sales funnel. I'm not going to go in depth because it looks like that, and it is really, really, really hard to explain. But so he's plopped me onto the grid here, and he's just going to, this is him breaking it down for me so that I can understand it. So we've got consistent awareness, content that's engaging, confidence to hear more, convince them to rebook, customize to keep them, and then community for their belongings. So he's broken it all down into C, so it's easy for me to remember. And then he starts plotting me on. So awareness is happening over Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. He's got something that he's putting into one of my channels. I don't know quite what that is. Then we're looking at what steps are next coming into email marketing and Facebook marketing. Then he gets really deep here, where he starts to think about what content is it. Letters, digital ads, emails, search engines, social media, where in each section am I touching base with them? And then he really maps it out again and looks at, okay, so which part in the cyclone am I in and what's happening? So in the awareness bit, there's these three things. So this will kick off, then this will kick off, this then leads into this. It's happening on these channels. On the second section that happens, this kicks off, which triggers an email because they've joined our email list there. They visit the salon, they physically come in, then they get 48 hours, they get an appointment reminder text 48 hours before their appointment, they get an appointment reminder email 48 hours before, then they come in, physically have their hair done down here, 24 hours later they get a new client thank you email, they get a new client thank you text. That then leaks into 4 weeks later, a catch up. Would you like me to rebook your next appointment? It's due. Then we kick into phase 3, where there's a variety of different emails and text messages that are flying out. At 12 weeks, they get an email. At 11 weeks, they get a text. Then at 18 months and a year, they get another text and email. And then that's it. At 18 months, they are then taken off my system, because I feel that at that point they don't want to hear from me anymore, so we take them off. And then there's consistent marketing that's happening through these 3 channels here. So I'm just showing you lots of different options in terms of thinking about how to plan it out and how that might look for you. I'm a linear person, has to be in these kind of linear columns, and that's why this one here really helps me out. And you can just Google this, just Google customer journey, okay? And this is one of the pictures that's come up. I always go onto images because I'm also not just linear, I like to have I like to see things. So I just Googled that just to bring some stuff up for you guys so that you could see it. But I would definitely start with this. So map out your awareness all the way across to them becoming raving fans, and think about all the different things, all the different mediums you can use throughout their journey that you have at your disposal. A-boards, window displays, text, email, paper marketing inside the salon, all these different variations of things that we can use. Map them down first and then start filling in one of these. Just draw it out for yourself. Think about the experience. Think about the questions that they're going to have for you. Write down 100 questions so you know every single one of them, and you can start answering them on your social medias and your website ready for the client. So I'm just going to nip back to see if there's any questions for me. Bear with. Great idea with your welcome email. What have you written on this? I actually can't tell you because it's been so long since I've seen one go out. It will probably be something like, welcome to Obsessions. Thank you for choosing us. There will be I know that there's a link to leave us a review inside of it. We use Salon Spy as a review system because they physically have to have checked out of the business to leave the review. So it links in with my sales system, and unless they've paid for an appointment and checked out, they can't leave me a review. And the reason why I did that was because I had some vile person who used to work for me. I know who did it because I found the IP address. Like, I'm a little bit of a tech wizard, and I checked out the IP address, so I know who did it, and I know that this person and their other half would have done it drunk together at some point, and they wrote this review on my on Google. And I know who it is. It's just hilarious, but I can't get it taken down. So I've responded to the review and said, you know, I'm really sorry, but I don't have your name as ever having visited my business. You're not on my system. Are you sure you have the right salon? Or, you know, I can't remember the exact words I've used, but I was very shocked to find that you've never been in my business ever before. Like, it's bollocks review. And so because of this, we've pulled in Salon Spy, because now I know I can locate every review. And I'm not saying like we are absolutely perfect, we get everything 100% right, how dare we get a bad review. That's not what I'm saying. I don't mind a bad review if it's a truthful review from an actual client that I can then rectify. And I would never delete a review, because I feel that you actually say more about your business when you handle the review really, really well coming out the other side of it. And I think I messaged back about 3 months later to the same review and said, I haven't heard anything from you. I really would like to know your name, because you have not visited my salon. So that was a horrible experience. So yeah, there's a link to Salon Spy inside of that welcome email for them to then leave me a review, which gives me a consistent feed of reviews to then post out onto my social media, if that makes sense. And Salon Spy are really good. They're like really inexpensive. I think they're like £11 a month. And you can share them all on Facebook. You can share, like, you can screen grab them off Facebook, put them onto Instagram. They do like little certificates and things. So your salon stylist or whoever won the most best reviews in a year, they get a little certificate. Your salon gets one if it's had lots of good reviews. Like, they're really worthwhile having as a partnership inside your business, and they link with Salon IQ really well. Salon IQ uploads something into my welcome email, which sends the link out, and they can review me from there. So it's really cool. Okay, any more questions about sales funnels? I just wanted to give you some ideas on how to do it, because literally so many questions came in about them. Everyone was like, I want to know how to do it. It's not a 5-minute job, and it's not something I can teach in an hour. But for those of you that can just go away and Google that now and get working on it and start to get an idea of the journey that's happening inside of your business and how to change that when you go back in. And it's a real good thing to actually sit and do now when we're going back in for sanitization stuff. Like, if you think about the movement of them through the business and map that out, you can start then putting in when sanitization has to happen, when, I don't know, whatever else now needs to change in your business, you can start mapping that into the client journey as well, which is really, really cool. But block out a few hours, because it's so addictive. Like, you do those first few steps and you're like, whoa, this is so cool. I love it. And yeah, I really enjoy when I sit down and start playing with it. It's really, really fun. So if there are no questions, I'm going to release you to the world to go get shit done. Go and have a look at it and do the 100 questions. Honestly, stick with it. They will only be around, like, who are you as a business? Why you? So they'll be asking, who are you? Why should I choose you? What are you going to do for me? And how much is that going to cost? And all the questions will fall into those 4 categories. But it's really, really fun to sit down and do. And then you realise all the things that are going on inside your guests' minds before they become a guest of your salon. It's really fun. Okay, right, go get shit done, guys. Tomorrow we are going to be talking to a lovely lady called Paulina about essential oils and using them inside the business. I really, really, really want to. I don't know how this looks moving back, but once we've gone back, there's a little trick that I found on Pinterest about really lovely warm hot towels with essential oils. I suppose if they were single use it wouldn't be a problem, just to give that real relaxing, calm environment. So I'm really interested to learn a little bit about essential oils, and also for the team in terms of if someone's having a little panic attack or if someone's feeling a bit worried or scared about what's happening going back into the business, then we can help them to relax and calm down by using essential oils. So if you'd like to know anything about them, then please tune in tomorrow, where Paulina is going to be helping us to understand them on a deeper level. And if not, then crack in back with me on Wednesday for another deep dive on Instagram. Until then, guys, take care. For those of you that got calls booked with me today, have your phone at the ready. I am like literally power booking today because the mastermind group closes the end of today. I'm not taking anyone else on because I need to process paperwork tomorrow. So, Nicole, I can't wait to see that tomorrow. I wanted to offer a small massage with the Olaplex standalone treatment. I know I'll share with you tomorrow what my ideas are around this, but yeah, I'm excited actually. It's just something a bit different that other salons don't offer. You know, this is all about being different, isn't it? Going back and being different. So, guys, if you've got a call with me, I'll speak to you soon. If not, I will catch you all either tomorrow or Wednesday. Take care. Have the most amazing day. Mwah! Lots of love. Bye-bye.